Hey folks, here we are. We're back in Virginia now after 2 weeks in Michigan and Illinois. Hope we can make it to the mini concert tonight. We got the tail end of Hurricane Ida coming through the area. We have some thunderstorms, so we may lose power. Anyway, this is mini concert number 77. And the first song tonight is one of the first ones that I learned to play on a guitar. Well, the fox went out on a windy night, prayed for the moon to give him light. He'd many a mile to go that night, before he'd reach the town, oh, town, oh, town, oh. Many a mile to go that night, before he'd reach the town, oh. Well, he ran till he came to the farmer's pen. The ducks and the geese were kept therein. He said, one of you critters gonna grease my chin, before I leave this town, oh, town, oh, town, oh. One of you critters gonna grease my chin, before I leave this town, oh. Well, he grabbed the gray goose by the neck, threw a duck across his back. He didn't mind the quack, 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 the legs all dangling down, oh, down, oh, down, oh. He didn't mind the quack, 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 the legs all dangling down, oh. The low mother flipper flopper jumped out of bed. Out of the window she poked her head and yelled, John, John, the gray goose is gone, the fox is on the town, oh, town, oh, town, oh. John, John, the gray goose is gone, the fox is on the town, oh. Johnny ran to the top of the hill, blew his whistle both loud and shrill. The fox, he said, I better run, rumba kill, soon be on my trail, oh, trail, oh, trail, oh. Fox, he said, I better run, rumba kill, soon be on my trail, oh. Well, he ran till he came to his cozy den. There stood the little ones, 8, 9, 10. Young daddy, daddy, go back again. Must be a mighty fine town, oh, town, oh, town, oh. Daddy, daddy, better go back again. Must be a mighty fine town, oh. Well, the fox and his wife, without any strife, cut up the goose with a fork and a knife. They never had such a feast in their life. The little ones chewed on the bones, oh, bones, oh, bones, oh. They never had such a feast in their life. The little ones chewed on the bones, oh. That's the fox. Taught to me by a fellow by the name of David Wilt at Duke University many, many moons ago. Next up is a Randy Travis song. And I decided to try to do a couple of country western songs. This is the first one I came up with that I wanted to work with. Last night I dug your picture out of our old dresser drawer. I put it on the table, talked to it till 4. I read some old love letters right up to the break of dawn. Yet tonight I'm sitting alone, digging up bones. Then I went through the jewelry and I found some wedding rings. Put mine on my finger, I gave yours a fling. Across this lonely bedroom of our recent broken home. Yet tonight I'm sitting alone, digging up bones. Digging up bones, digging up bones. Assuming things have better left alone. I'm resurrecting memories of a love that's dead and gone. Yet tonight I'm sitting alone, digging up bones. closet, and I found some things in there, like that pretty negligee that I bought you to wear. I recall how good you looked each time you had it on. Yet tonight I'm sitting alone, digging up bones, digging up bones, digging up bones. So many things that's better left alone. I'm resurrecting memories of a love that's dead and gone. Yet tonight I'm sitting alone, digging up bones. Yeah, tonight I'm sitting alone, digging up bones. So that's Randy Travis's Digging Up Bones. Did you ever have to take a note to school to tell why you missed a day? Well, here's a young Irish workman that had to do a sick note to explain to his boss why he was missing work. Dear boss, I write this note to you to tell you of my plight. At the time of writing, I am not a pretty sight. My body is all black and blue, my face is deathly gray. So I write this note to say why Patty's not at work today. While working on the 14th floor, some bricks I had to clear. To throw them down from off the top seemed like a good idea. But the foreman wasn't very pleased, he was an awkward sod. He said I'd have to cart them down the ladder in the hod. Now to clear away these bricks by hand to me seemed very slow. So I hoisted up a barrel and secured a rope below. And in my haste to do the job, I was too blind to see that a barrel full of building bricks was heavier than me. When I had untied the rope, the barrel fell like lead. Hanging tightly to the rope, I started up instead. I sped up like a rocket, and to my dismay I found halfway up I met the bloody barrel coming down. Well, the barrel broke my shoulder, as to the ground it sped. And when I reached the top, I banged the pulley with my head. I held on tight, though numb with shock from this almighty blow. And the barrel spilled out half its load, 14 floors below. When the bricks had fallen from the barrel to the floor, I then outweighed the barrel, so I started down once more. Held on tightly to the rope as I flew towards the ground. And I landed on the broken bricks, scattered all around. As I lay there moaning on the deck, I thought I'd passed the worst. When the barrel reached the top, that's when the bottom burst. Then a shower of bricks came down on me, I didn't have a hope. And in all of the confusion, I let go of the bloody rope. Well, the barrel being heavier, it started down once more. And it landed right atop me as I lay there on the floor. It broke 3 ribs in my left arm, and I can only say that I hope you'll understand why Patty's not at work today. Yes, I hope you'll understand why Patty's not at work today. So that's called a sick note, or why Patty's not at work today. Let's see, next up is this is a Gordon Lightfoot song. Gordon Lightfoot was a Canadian folk singer, and he had to do a lot of gigs away from home. When he was in Southern California, he used to hang out at the airport, watch the planes come in and out. That's when he wrote this song. In the early morning rain, with $1 in my hand and an aching in my heart, and my pockets full of sand, I'm a long way from home, and I miss my loved ones so. In the early morning rain, with no place to go, out on a runway number 9, big 707 set to go, but I'm stuck here on the ground, where the cold winds blow, where the liquor tasted good, and the women all were fast. Well, there she goes, my friend, she's rolling down at last. Hear the mighty engines roar, see the silver bird on high, she's away and westward bound, far above the clouds she'll fly, where the morning rain don't fall, and the sun always shines. She'll be flying o'er my home in about 3 hours' time. This old airport's got me down, it's no earthly good to me, I'm stuck here on the ground, cold and drunk as I might be. You can't hop a jet plane like you can a freight train, so I'd best be on my way. In the early morning rain, you can't hop a jet plane like you can a freight train, so I'd best be on my way. In the early morning rain. That's Gordon Lightfoot's Early Morning Rain. I thought I'd mention the audience tonight. I have a Shrek and a bear and a puppy dog. Last week, with the exception of my videographer and my two co-concerters, David Daniels and Melanie Plank, we had only one actual spectator, and that was Macy Gray. If you saw the video, you saw her in that. So I refer you to that if you missed it. Let's see. The next song is an Arlo Guthrie song. We're having some troubles in New Orleans right now. This isn't about their troubles, but it is about New Orleans, kind of. Riding on the city of New Orleans, Illinois Central Monday morning rail. 15 cars and 15 restless riders, 3 conductors and 25 sacks of mail. All along the southbound Odyssey, the train pulls and the Kankakee roams along through houses, farms, and fields, passing trains that have no names, freight yards full of old black men, and the graveyards of rusted automobiles. Good morning, America, how are ya? Say, don't you know me? I'm your native son. On the train that called the city of New Orleans, I'll be gone 500 miles when the day is done. Dealing card games with the old men in the club car. Penny a coin, ain't no one keeping score. Pass the paper bag that holds the bottle. The wheels are rumbling neath the floor, and the sons of Pullman porters and the sons of engineers ride their father's magic carpets made of steel. Mothers with their babies asleep, rocking to the gentle beat, and the rhythm of the rails is all they feel. Good morning, America, how are ya? Say, don't you know me? I'm your native son. Well, I'm the train that they call the city of New Orleans. I'll be gone 500 miles when the day is done. Nighttime on the city of New Orleans, changing cars in Memphis, Tennessee. Halfway home, we'll be there by morning. Through the Mississippi, darkness rolling down to the sea. All the town people seem to fade into a bad dream. Steel and rail still ain't heard the news. The conductor sings his song again. Passengers, please refrain. This train's got the disappearing railroad blues. Good night, America, how are ya? Say, don't you know me? I'm your native son. Well, I'm the train that they call the city of New Orleans. I'll be gone 500 miles when the day is done. I'm the train that call the city of New Orleans. I'll be gone 500 miles when the day is done. So that's the city of New Orleans by Arlo Guthrie. Next up is a Randy Travis song that I just recently added in the last couple of weeks, and it's a tribute to the first responders for many things, but in particular these days, the COVID epidemic or pandemic, the situation in Afghanistan, fires in California, and the hurricane in New Orleans. This is a Randy Travis song. There is a point when you cannot walk away, when you have to stand up straight and tall and mean the words you say. There is a point you must decide just to do it 'cause it's right. That's when you become a point of light. There is a darkness that everyone must face. It wants to take what's good and fair and lay it all to waste. And that darkness covers everything in sight until it needs a single point of light. All it takes is a point of light, a ray of hope in the darkest night. If you see what's wrong and you try to make it right, you will be a point of light. There are heroes whose names we never hear, a dedicated army of quiet volunteers, reaching out to feed the hungry, reaching out to save the land, reaching out to help their fellow man. And there are dreamers who are making dreams come true, taking time to teach the children there's nothing they can't do. Giving shelter to the homeless, giving hope to those without. Isn't that what this country's all about? One by one, on the mountains to the sea, points of light are calling out to you and me. All it takes is a point of light, a ray of hope in the darkest night. If you see what's wrong and you try to make it right, you will be a point of light. If you see what's wrong and you try to make it right, you will be a single point of light. So that's Randy Travis's Point of Light. Everybody stay safe. That's mini concert number 77. Do another one next Wednesday night at 7:30. It's going to be number 78. That'll mark a year and a half worth of mini concerts. I hope to see you there.